What is going on, guys? FaZe Censor Martin here. Hope you guys are having a great day, and today I'm going to be doing a question and answer. It's been a really long time since I've done one of these by myself. I have a couple of really important points I want to get across to you guys, and I have a lot of great questions, so let's get right into it. How old were you when you started wanting to get in shape? Asked Doug. I think when I turned 13 years old, I really wanted to get into shape, but I didn't actually start working out every single day until I was 17 years old. Will you be competing again in Black Ops 3? Yes! What was it like meeting Yanet for the first time? You know, the night before I actually flew out to Mexico, I was talking to Lucas. If you guys know who Lucas is, Blaziken, I was saying this is either gonna go really good or it's gonna go really bad. But I never had this thought in my head that meeting her was gonna be awkward. I understood that we couldn't speak the same language, but when I actually did meet her for the first time, when I did cross the border or the customs border, and I saw her standing outside smiling, waving at me like this, with the fake smile, like that, I went up to her and it was extremely awkward. I didn't know what to do or say. I gave her like this awkward half hug in a sense, and then luckily there was a guy right next to us that could translate for us, and he basically translated, and we walked out to her car. It was still extremely awkward, but once we sat down at a dinner, we started drinking pina coladas and we used Google Translator. It was all good. There was no awkward moments ever after that. Did you ever think you would come this far? I think it's absolutely amazing that I have a platform of almost 600,000 people that I make videos for every single day. 2 videos a day, and you guys watch them, and my words carry influence towards you. That is something that I really want to have in life, is having influence over people and doing the right thing and showing you guys the right way to do things. But with that being said, I still got a really long way to go. Just as fast as all this has started to build up and how much time and work I put into it to make this grow, it could all go crashing down. You know, something could go wrong any moment. So I understand that, you know, my voice is starting to carry weight on you guys, but I still got a really long way to go, and I just try to keep myself as level-headed and grounded as I can because I don't want this to go away, and I want to keep doing this as long as I possibly can. Are you on steroids? Absolutely not. I will never take steroids in my entire life. That's something that I never had any interest in doing at all. But with that being said, there's people out there that do take steroids, and I don't discriminate against them. The only thing that I would say for somebody who's interested in doing that is making sure you know every little thing that it's going to do to your body, because there are a lot of side effects. There are a lot of really bad side effects with taking steroids, and I do not encourage anyone to use them. But if you are really into like bodybuilding and you want to do the Olympia and you're really going to train hard and you know your stuff and you know what you're doing to yourself, go right ahead. But do not take steroids, especially if you don't know what it's going to do to your body. Trust me, just go in the gym every day, work hard, and you're going to get to where you want to get to. What are the most important lessons you have learned in your life? I'm not too sure why I said that with such a dramatic voice, but the most important lessons that I probably learned in my life was that if you work really hard, if you keep a good head on your shoulders, if you do right by people, people are going to do right by you. There's always going to be opportunities. This is something that I learned for myself. No one really told me this, but anywhere you look and anywhere you go, you know, you can see things in a certain perspective. There's always going to be different ways of perceiving things. Some people are going to see things with the glass half empty. Some people are going to see things with the glass half full. You got to decide what's going to be the best way of perceiving something in your head to make you feel at ease and make you feel comfortable in every situation. It's really important to be comfortable when you're uncomfortable. Putting yourself in other situations, putting yourself in other people's points of views and their shoes, and just finding out what's going to work the best for you, and to find out who the best version of yourself is and showing that every single day. Because if you work hard, if you stay true to yourself, good things are going to happen. You got to find opportunities out there. They're all over the place for whatever you're going to do. If you're in school, if you're in college, if you're working a part-time job, there's going to be an opportunity to improve anywhere you go. You just got to go out there and take the right ones. What would your advice be to people who have just started working out? You know, I look back at myself when I first started working out when I was extremely skinny, and I still remember the first day when I stepped inside of the gym. I still remember the guy who signed me up and the first workout that I did. I know some people don't feel comfortable working out in the gym strictly because they don't know what they're doing and they're insecure about their body and how they look. I never really had that problem. I was never too insecure about the way I looked. I didn't like how I looked, but with that being said, it didn't make me feel uncomfortable. When I went into the gym, it was actually the complete opposite. I felt good about myself because I felt that I was putting in a lot of work, and eventually my body was going to transform into something different. And that's the way I perceived it in my head. You know, you could go into the gym and perceive it as these people are all looking at me and feel insecure. But you could also see it as these people are all looking at me and they're seeing myself make a change into myself. That's what I mean by 2 different ways of perceiving something. So everyone has to start from somewhere. You know, not everyone's going to be jacked. Not everyone's going to be in the greatest shape. You're always going to have to start from either being skinny, being a regular person, being extremely overweight, being a little bit overweight. Every single person is different, but if you want to get the goals and you want to get the results, you have to go into the gym, you have to put in the time, you have to start lifting the weights, you have to start putting in the cardio, you have to start eating right. That's what it all comes down to. It's all self-motivation. You can go on the internet, you can find out all these how-to workouts, all these different dieting plans and meal plans, and all these different proteins you can be taking for your body, but nothing can substitute hard work. So I just really encourage you guys to just get out there and pursue it and just do it. If you had to quit gaming to stay with Yanet, would you do it? So listen, this question is extremely tough for me because gaming is the reason why I was able to meet Yanet. Gaming is the reason why I even have a platform to make a YouTube channel in the first place, and gaming is where I started from, and it's still one of my hugest passions. With that being said, Yanet, on the other hand, just look at her. She's absolutely beautiful on the inside and on the outside. She's probably the most attractive girl that I've ever laid eyes on in my entire life. She's my girlfriend. I really enjoy the relationship that I have with her. It's a mutual respect. She comes from a good family. Her family likes me. My family likes her. And we really enjoy this relationship that we have and the relationship that we're building and what we're working towards. So it's really tough for me to choose between the two. If you had to put a gun to my head and you said pick one, I would just say flip a coin. So I'm just going to get into that right now. I'm going to flip a coin for you guys right here on the screen. Heads is for Yanet. Tails is for gaming.